and empower women to lead. I'm your host, Kenzie Taylor, cybersecurity queen, foodie, and Miss Maryland 2023. Let's get to the episode.
Hi, friends. Welcome back to the Ladies Lead podcast. I'm here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, with the owner of Styled by Mi Thao. Hi, Mimi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you for having us. Okay, so tell us a little bit about your business.
Yeah, so Styled by Mi Thao is 8 years old.
My goodness. Congrats.
Yeah. Thank you. So I started her back in April of 2016. And it's just a full-blown wardrobe styling business. So I do everything from personal styling to wardrobe styling on set, whether it be like a video or photo or like a photo shoot. I also do closet clean outs.
Wow.
So yeah, like anything wardrobe styling needs, I do.
And what inspired you to start your business?
I honestly always had a passion for fashion. I went to school for fashion, so I have a bachelor's degree in fashion merchandising.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, and my mom, she's actually a business owner herself, and she was always the breadwinner of our family, and I have two other sisters, so we grew up in a pretty female-dominated family, and she, just watching her just follow her dreams and just go after her passion really inspired me to like really want to do the same. So, yeah, I have to say my mom.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Was she fashionable growing up?
So she is in the beauty industry. She has her own salon and spa.
Wow.
Yeah. So she was always like, she always was like about her look. She taught me how to do my hair. I would say my mom dresses pretty like fashionable. Like she's very conscious about the way she looks. So yeah, I would say like that kind of got me into it a little bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, you look amazing. I love your outfit.
Thank you.
So talk to me about when you meet a client. How do you go over what their style is? How do you find what's right for them? What's the process?
So my business, I would say like I'm very much so like a problem solver. My process of like consultation is really just getting down to what you're looking for. But like the questions I ask, you wouldn't think that I'm asking questions about like your lifestyle. Like, what do you like to do for fun? What do you do for work? How often do you go out? Like, I'm asking more lifestyle questions because a lot of people don't realize that like how they want to dress sometimes doesn't fit the lifestyle that they have. So most of the time they're wasting their money on clothes that they're never going to really wear because they don't have the lifestyle for that. So I try to make things make sense for them and then pick out pieces and items that kind of just like fall in between of like the things they want and also the things that they need.
Makes complete sense.
Yeah.
I noticed on your website that you've worked with a lot of influencers in the DC area. So how did you get to do that? That's incredible.
So crazy. The way I moved to DC was very unconventional. I literally just visited DC one time and fell in love with the city's energy and just like the people there. It's just, you're never going to run into the same person twice. It's just like everybody's doing something so unique. So I literally went home, told my parents I'm moving to DC.
Oh my goodness.
Packed up my car. A week later, I was gone.
Wow.
Yeah, it was, yeah. So, and I made it a conscious effort to like put myself in rooms with people that I felt as though would help my business or like at least, know somebody that could help me or like refer me to people. And that's when I started meeting some influencers, like one of my good friends, Brianna Ponte. I don't know if you're familiar with her. Yeah. So she is very well connected in DC, as her husband, Dre, he is as well. And they're both, I would consider them to be like influencers. Like Absolutely. They have a huge following. They have a great network. and they have a great presence on social media. So they are always happy to introduce me to anybody and refer my services. Yeah, Bree has her own brand that she helps with like branding for like other female entrepreneurs and other entrepreneurs in general. And she's always referring my services as she does like brand shoots a lot. So yeah, just like referrals. That's really what my business is based of. Yeah.
Good. Well, I think a lot of business owners as well are thinking about using influencers or figuring out how to get their name out there. What do you think your marketing strategy has been?
Oh my gosh, I feel like I don't have a marketing strategy.
Really? I found you online.
I know. Everybody finds me online or they find me through somebody. So I guess that would be it. I honestly, this is my very first year, like, that I'm actually taking my branding seriously. I think previously I was just, just trying to get myself out there, like network more. But then I'm realizing like I'm networking with all these people and then like I have like really not that much to show for it. So I really have put a conscious effort into being like consistent on my social media and just posting things and not just things that like go with my brand, but like things that my followers ask for, like advice and how to wear this or how to wear that, or what I should wear for this. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, no,
I'm excited. I need to learn.
See, that's like, and I realized like that excitement. I was like, oh, okay, this is what you guys want. So like, let me just give it to you. So I'm just being more intentional, I would say, with my marketing this year and giving the people what they want.
I love that. And is that also based on where your target area or clients are? Like, are you targeting Philly right now or DC?
So
does it matter?
It doesn't, actually. So since the pandemic, I've had to, go fully remote and like transition my business into something that I could do, virtually. So that was a really hard transition. I really thought I was going to like have to like close down my business after the pandemic, as everybody like thought. But after like discussing with a lot of friends and trying to like just getting a lot of ideas, I realized that I can completely do this online. I have enough like knowledge and education that like I don't have to be in person with you to do this. So I really market to everybody. I have clients in like Cali. I have clients in Atlanta. I have clients, I have clients all over. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And definitely a way to take adversity that you face and make it into something positive.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
What's next for you?
So actually, so I love wardrobe styling and I love like I'm so passionate about it, but I have recently kind of sat with myself and just asked myself the same question, like, what's next, like, for my business? And I think sometimes as women, we feel like we kind of like pigeonhole ourselves to things and we kind of put ourselves in a box. And I don't want to do that with myself, especially being like a creative. Like, I want to make sure that like everything that I'm doing is intentional, but like while also always fueling like my passions. And right now I feel like wardrobe styling, although I love it, I like am kind of getting like bored with it a little bit. So I was like, what can I do next? What else do I love? And accessories. I have such a huge passion for accessories. Like, I think that accessories can completely change an outfit. And it truly makes me feel like the most confident. Like, if my outfit doesn't have accessories, I don't feel like I'm complete. So with that, I am launching a extension of my Styled by Mi Thao brand and launching a jewelry brand in the end of July.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
That's around the corner.
Yes, literally. So lots to do, but really, really excited about it.
So what has that entailed? Have you had to do any like product shoots or what does that look like?
Yeah, so I have a photo shoot coming up the beginning of June. So I will be doing that. That will be just like a branding shoot, basically like launching it. I had to go through a lot of like manufacturers. Like I'm buying these pieces wholesale, so I'm not exactly designing them myself, but all these pieces are chosen by me. Like I wear all these pieces myself. They're like styled by Mi Thao approved, basically. So, yeah, so I've had to, get these pieces, and I want to make sure that, these are quality pieces. So I've had to wear a lot of them, see how they look, see how they wear, like, do they tarnish? Are they, I have sensitive ears. Like, I don't have to wear real gold, but it does have to be like sterling silver, or gold plated. So, that's what I'm delivering, because I'm not gonna, like put anything out there that I wouldn't wear myself.
Right. Well, we like high quality things for sure.
Yeah, it'll be higher quality, but it's going to be very affordable. It'll always be between like the $10 to $20 range.
Ooh, love that.
So it's going to be definitely affordable. Everybody can purchase it and wear it. So I'm really, really excited about it.
Good. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Are your earrings now going to be sold?
They are. These are in my collection. My first collection is just all earrings, because that is my first love, earrings. So I'm really excited. I think everybody will really, really love this collection.
Good. I'm excited for you. We'll be buying and rooting for you.
Thank you.
Good. So talk to me a little bit about how you balance everything. You mentioned that you have a full-time corporate job as well, correct?
Yes. I do. So I am a talent acquisition specialist for a staffing firm, but luckily I'm able to work fully remote. So it helps, that helps with also balancing, like doing my, operating my business as well. So it is tough, because right now I feel like my plate is fully loaded. I am working my corporate job. I also am taking classes to study for, to take my HR certification. That exam is in July. And then
busy month.
Yeah. And I'm also launching my jewelry brand in July. So I have a lot going on right now, but I think like the best way to balance everything is just to make sure that I am showing up for myself every day. Mm-hmm. I'm somebody who thrives off of structure. So I truly make like a schedule for myself that includes like self-care and also work as well. But like I start my day with pouring into myself to make sure that I can like show up for everything else that I need to do for the rest of the day. I think that's so important. I think sometimes we like wake up and we don't have like this like morning routine where we like, pour into ourselves, and people don't realize like how you start your mornings is really, really like it has exponential like impact on how like your day is gonna go. So I make sure that's how I start my day, and I always make sure I do at least one nice thing for myself every day. And I do think like since working from home full time, it is really easy to just like be tied in front of your computer, and like the next thing you know, it's like 8 p.m. Mm-hmm. So I have made myself like a strict schedule. Like I'm only logged onto my computer for office hours. Ooh. And then I will turn off my laptop right when I like at that time. Like, of course, if I need to stay on later, I will, but I haven't made that a habit, and I won't make that a habit anymore, because I have felt myself burning myself out in the past.
Burnout's far too easy.
It is so, so easy to burn yourself out. And sometimes people don't realize it until like it's like weeks and weeks later, and they're like, and it just catches up to them, and it's like the worst feeling ever.
Yeah. But your morning routine really helps you to avoid the burnout as well.
Yeah, it really, really does. Like my morning routines are really for myself. Like I really do. I would consider it. I used to hate mornings. I was like never a morning person. I was not. I was so cranky in the morning. But I think I've, instilled some healthy habits that have made me show up better for myself. So Not only in the morning, like my nightly routine too. Like I go to bed at 10 o'clock p.m. I'm in bed.
Same.
Yeah, in bed. I'm trying to stop like mindlessly scrolling before I go to bed and like reading or now studying. I mean, that's still a work in progress. I still do that. But I mean, you take the wins that you can get. Like we're going to bed early is like, I'm proud that I do that because I used to be up for like hours and like kick myself the next morning. So.
Do you see yourself ever leaving your corporate job?
Honestly, I do have separate goals in my corporate career. I do see myself so my corporate career is very much under the human resources umbrella. I do have a passion for people and working with people. And I think that just coincides with my wardrobe styling business as well. But I'm studying for this HR certification so that I can plummet my corporate career into something higher. Like I do see myself, working at some other startups that need help with like navigating culture and, bringing like diversity and inclusion into their workplace. Like I really also have a passion for that as well, like helping organize workplaces and, employee relations and I think I've just had like such toxic corporate jobs in the past that like I have so many ideas of like how to make it better. So yeah, like I those two different avenues, like I do see myself like, thriving in that one day. But to leave it, that would be great. If I could leave it one day and be my own boss fully, that would be great. But not just yet.
Right. I feel like I'm with you 100%. Yeah. I mean, when you look at Instagram, I feel like they glamorize leaving your corporate job and working, starting your own business, 100%. Being an influencer. And that's great for those who do it. But I've found, and we talked about this earlier, that sometimes your corporate job can pay for your passion, right?
Yes.
And how else are you going to do it sometimes?
Exactly. And it's just like, it's okay to want to climb the corporate ladder. Right. Like
it's money.
It's money.
It's energy, something that you obviously like doing.
Yes. And like us, like I'm sure, I mean, like you're engaged. I'm sure you're thinking of having a family one day, like insurance is on our mind.
It's stability, for sure.
As a woman, it's like, that's expensive. That's so expensive. And if you're not married and have somebody who has great insurance, it's like you have to provide that for yourself. So, I think it's okay to like want to have your own thing, but also like want to thrive in the corporate world as well.
Absolutely.
And I don't think that conversation is had a lot.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
We need to post something about
right?
Now, talk to me a little bit about being a fashionista, right? Do you feel a lot of pressure when you go out, even just to Starbucks, right, to dress to the nines?
I do. I do, honestly. Because I feel like I'm a walking business card, essentially. Like, I honestly feel like sometimes if I go to the coffee shop, looking like a hot mess, people look at, if I just saw somebody randomly and they're like, oh yeah, what do you do for a living? And I'm like, yeah, I'm a wardrobe stylist. They'll look at me like, I'm not. Okay. But lately I've been trying to work on really just canceling out a lot of noise and not really thinking too hard about what other people think of me. I used to be such a people pleaser and I used to, what other people thought about me consumed me in a way where it was very unhealthy. So, but now it's I know my accolades. I know how successful I am. I know what I'm good at. If you judge me based off of just the way I dress and the way I look, then shame on you, kind of. And I always teach my clients that, or my clients that as well. It's just it's not about the things you wear, it's how you wear it. It's really the confidence that you carry. If you like it and you love it, then that's all that really matters. I just give them the fundamentals and the tools to help them piece things together. But whatever you like, let's go with that. I really see working with my clients as a collaborative effort. I'm really not trying to change them. I'm just trying to elevate.
Absolutely. That reminds me a lot of pageantry, right? Because we wear gowns. Some of them are $10,000, but some of them are $1,000. It's never been about the price of the gown or what it is. It's about your presence in it.
Exactly. And I preach that all day, every day too. It's like, you don't have to be the best dressed wearing head to toe designer. Like, that is not even me at all. I am such a look for less girly. Like, if I like something, I will try to find something cheaper. Like, I will always do that. And I don't think that will ever change about me either.
In the same way.
Yeah.
Awesome. Talk to me about your family. Are you close? And do they help with your business?
So they don't help with things.
Should they?
My older sister is probably the one that's like most curious about my business. She asks a lot of questions, but she also she graduated from Penn State with like a international business degree. Like, she's very like business savvy. So like I think she has like an interest in like the business part of it. And honestly, one day if my business does get like that big, like when my business gets that big, she would be the first person I would ask to like come on board as like a CFO type of situation.
Wow.
Like, I would trust her with like handling the financial aspect of like my business. I mean, she's my sister. I would love that. And I would love for this to become like a family business where I can include, like anybody who wants to get involved. But for me, it's like all my family. I think my family's so important. So like everybody is so close, and I think they more so focus more on family and like spending time with family and creating memories. And that's like, I love that. Like, obviously, I think I'm the only one that really has like this big passion, and I'm very ambitious that like they kind of can't really, I don't think we can't really relate when it comes to that. They're very supportive, of course, but I'm different in that type of way. Like, I feel like I'm going to be like the auntie that shows up at Christmas that like was just back from Paris Fashion Week, and like that's like how I see myself. But they are super supportive. It's just, I think like I'm like the black sheep of the family when it comes to like trying to do my own thing.
And it's non-traditional.
Yes, it's non-traditional, especially being raised in like an Asian household. Like in my culture, it's so normal to just be like, a doctor or a lawyer or something like that, or be successful in some type of, corporate way. But this is very non-conventional. So I think they just like are just like, they're just going with it. They're like, whatever you do want, like we're there to back you.
No, my family's the same way. I think they all worked at the same company. They started at 21 or whatever until they retired.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It's just a new way of thinking.
It is. It definitely is. But like, I'm happy to be, that person that keeps my family on their toes.
Good. Wait, so you built this brand by yourself?
Yeah, I totally.
The website, the marketing.
Yes. So my website was actually done by Bree.
Oh.
She helped me out exponentially and I did my own website, but it was god awful. It was so bad. Like, it was so bad. So she completely rebranded it for me and helped me, do a lot of my branding. And she did an amazing job, and she did it like,
it was beautiful.
And no, thank you so much. Yeah. She's incredible. So, she helped me do that. And of course, like, she gives me advice with like marketing and stuff like that. But like, for me, I'm really just still trying to, even 8 years later, I'm just still trying to figure it out. Like, Instagram, the algorithms are always changing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like so hard to keep up, and I literally just made a TikTok.
Probably going to be banned.
Yeah, it's probably going to be. I found that out, and I was like, oh wow, okay, I'm all right.
Started.
Yeah, like whatever, okay. But all like my friends were just like, you have, like, it's going to be beneficial for your brand. Like, your content will go so much further on there. And I'm like, you know what? If I'm putting so much effort in creating all this content, why not just like,
it takes just 2 seconds to repost.
Exactly. So I was like, okay. I was just so against it because like for me, I like my mental capacity. I didn't know if I could handle another social media platform. But for my business, I will do.
That's so real. Well, good. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us, or maybe advice for other women in business?
Advice for other women in business. My best advice would be to give yourself more grace, be kinder to yourself, and don't compare yourself to other people. That is like my biggest advice.
I love that.
That is just like my biggest advice. I feel like as women, we're just so hard on ourselves, and we feel like success needs to happen like overnight or instantly because of, social media. And we see all these women with all this like success, but like, you don't know what they've been through to get to where they are at. And I'm sure they still feel like insecure and like not where they need to be. So we just need to be like more kind to ourselves and understand that like everybody has a separate journey, and like your success will come. It's just when.
I love that.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Wait, I wanted to ask you, who is your dream client?
Oh my God. Zendaya.
Yes.
She can look good in literally a cardboard box. And like
Beautiful.
Stunning. Like stunning. Nothing looks bad on her. Nothing. She can pull off any look. Like masculine, feminine, like everything. She's just so, she would be a dream client.
Her look at the Met Gala, she looked amazing.
She had 2 looks. Like, yeah.
I didn't see the second one.
She had 2 looks.
Okay.
And I'm like, wow, you would, just come out with 2. Like, yeah, of course you would have 2 looks, But yeah, she would be a dream client. But I actually follow her stylist as well. And this is another reason why I love her so much, is when they were both like 14 years old, but very young, both of them, starting out in the industry. And they just made a pact, and they're just like, we're going to, as we get up, be successful, we're going to bring each other along. And he's been styling her since the beginning of her career.
Wow.
And they've both just become massively and incredibly successful. And I just and he said in an interview, just she never she just never wavered on that promise, and we've been tight ever since. And in that industry, it's so difficult to keep that such tight knit relationship. So I also really respect that about her.
She's really down to earth.
Yes, very down to earth. Love that. And I've always said, do people say what my dream job would be to be style celebrities for a living? And although that would be great and glamorous, I don't think it would be as fulfilling for me. I just don't think they would appreciate it as much as the clients that I have now. My everyday clients are new moms who don't know how to dress their new body, or entrepreneurs are going to conferences, or doctors who don't have time to shop for themselves, and they're just so appreciative of my services, and that's really what I do it for. I really love the connection I make with my clients through that. And with celebrities, it's this is just an everyday thing for them. So I don't think they would appreciate it as much. So I don't think I would it would be as fulfilling.
I love that point. Because you're right. How you present yourself helps you get the next job. It helps you in any position. So you might be changing people's lives.
Exactly. Exactly.
And how can we follow you and support you?
Oh, yes. Please follow me on Instagram at, so my personal page is just at Mi Thao, so MITHAO. And then I just started a new page for my jewelry line, and it's at Styled by Mi Thao.
Okay.
So you guys can follow me there. I'm also on TikTok at Styled by Mi Thao. I mean, yeah. I'm still trying to get used to TikTok. I'm still trying to figure it out. But by the time I figure it out, it's going to be gone. So
basically.
So yeah. But yeah, everything you could all my contact and everything is in the bio of my Instagram. So the Instagram is really the best way you can reach out to me.
Perfect. And I'll link everything in the show notes here. But thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for listening. enjoyed as much as I did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. See you Wednesday for a brand new episode.